If you're thinking about buying an Ikea Pax wardrobe, this video can save you a lot of time, money, and probably some regret as well. Because the truth is, most people do not mess Ikea Pax during the build, they mess it up before they even buy it. Pax can look amazing, it can make a bedroom feel much more organized, much more custom, and much more expensive than actually is. But only if you plan it properly from the start. Actually, this is where the first door is, the inner door, and the second one should go here. So I don't think it's going to fit. It's almost done, and if it doesn't fit, I'm fucked. It is. It really is. I did it! So in this video I want to go through 7 mistakes people make way too early when buying an Ikea Pax and what I will do instead. Let's get into it. The first mistake is planning only around the wardrobe and not around the room. This is probably the biggest mistake. A lot of people get excited about maximizing storage, so they focus only on how much wardrobe they can fit onto the wall. But what really matters is how the whole room feels after the wardrobe is there. How much room will you have left to move? How close will it be to the bed? Will the doors open comfortably? Will the room feel heavy and crowded after installation? Because sometimes a slightly smaller Pax setup actually gives you a much better bedroom. More storage is not always better if it makes the room feel tight and uncomfortable. The second mistake is choosing the wrong door type for the space. This matters more than people think. On paper, people just choose the door style they like visually. But in real life, the way the doors open changes how practical the wardrobe actually is. If the room is tighter, that choice matters even more. Sometimes hinge doors are better because they give better access. Sometimes sliding doors make more sense because they save space in front, like in my bedroom, for instance. But this should not be an aesthetic decision only. It should be a room layout decision. Always think about the real use of the room, not just how the wardrobe looks in the planner. The third mistake is underestimating the inside. A lot of people spend a lot of time choosing the frame, the doors, the color, and the outside look. But the inside is what decides whether the wardrobe is actually good to live with. If the internal layout is wrong, it won't matter how nice it looks from the outside. You need to think about what you actually store. Do you fold more clothes or hang more clothes? Do you need drawers? Do you need shelves? Do you need room for larger items, baskets, or accessories? A badly planned inside creates frustration every single day. A well-planned inside makes the wardrobe feel much more premium. The fourth mistake is making the wardrobe too visually heavy. This is something I see a lot. People go very big, very dark, very blocky, and then the whole room feels dominated by the wardrobe. Pack is already a large system, so if the room is not that big, you need to be careful with how heavy it feels visually. Sometimes lighter finishes work better. Sometimes the way you break up the fronts matter. Sometimes even the surrounding room choices make a big difference. The goal is not just to fit storage, the goal is to make the room still feel balanced. Because if the wardrobe becomes the only thing you see, it can make the whole bedroom feel smaller. The fifth mistake is not thinking ahead. And that sounds logical, but it often leads to a layout that becomes annoying very quickly. Your storage needs change. Maybe you buy more clothes, maybe you need more seasonal storage, maybe the room changes function later, maybe you start needing better organization for smaller items. So when you plan a Pax, leave a bit of flexibility. Think about future use, not just current use. A wardrobe is not something you want to redesign manually every few months. The sixth mistake is ignoring the finishing effect. And this is a big one if you want the Pax to look really good. A lot of the difference between looks like IKEA and looks really clean and intentional comes from the final visual result. How it sits in the room, how it meets the wall, how close it is to the ceiling, whether it looks awkwardly placed or properly integrated. That overall finish changes everything. Even a basic setup can look much better when it feels like it belongs in the room. And sometimes a more expensive setup can still look worse if it feels disconnected from the rest of the space. So don't only think in products, think in final result. The seventh mistake is assuming that maximum storage equals maximum function. This one is very important. People often try to fill every possible section, every possible shelf, every possible opportunity. But too much storage packed in the wrong way can actually make the wardrobe worse. If it becomes crowded, hard to access, and badly organized, then it's no longer helping you. Good storage is not about fitting the most. It is about making daily life easier. That is the real goal. A wardrobe should reduce stress, not create more visual and practical confusion. So if you're planning an IKEA Pax wardrobe, these are the big things I will think about before buying. Not just the size, not just the look, not just the price, but the room, the access, the internal layout, the visual way, the future flexibility, and the final result. Because when Pax is done right, it can be one of the best storage upgrades for a home. But when it is done badly, it can feel oversized, awkward, and disappointing. If you're planning one right now, hopefully this video helps you avoid those mistakes before it's too late. And if you want, I can also make a follow-up video on the best IKEA Pax layouts for small bedrooms, because that's another place where people get stuck a lot. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!